Mr. Trump, see this? I was your supporter. I was your supporter. I used to love you. I used to vote for you. I used to believe in you. But don't you dare give any of my money. Don't you give $20 billion of our money to the leader of Argentina so that he can just give it over to Netanyahu. Now, listen to you. You need to start doing the will of the people, not what you think. You are becoming a dictator, and I'm telling you that right now. You are not doing what you said you were going to do. You say you are, but you're not, and you're dragging feet. You're dragging your feet.
I didn't vote for this. Yes, you fucking did. They ran on this shit. You knew it was happening. You just didn't think it was gonna happen to you, babe.
I'm making this video because I voted for Trump. And a lot of my followers are Trump supporters. And I fully expect that I will probably lose a lot of friends and followers because of this opinion. First of all, if we are friends and you can't see past politics to continue being my friend, I just want to say I don't hold any ill will towards you. I totally understand if you feel the need to unfollow me, block me, and not be my friend anymore. I respect it completely. I just don't think we have the same Donald Trump that we had circa 2016 to 2020. This is not the same man. Somewhere along the way, he lost his way. This is not the man we voted for. If you are upper middle class or below, I don't see how any of us are faring well under this president. And how long are we just gonna close our eyes to it and pretend it's not happening because it's him? And at least it wasn't the other guy. I will no longer stand by and pretend that I have hope in this president, because I don't. This past weekend, what he did last night was 1,000,000% unacceptable. And if any other president did that, everybody would be losing their marbles. The cuts he made to programs that help lower income people, these secret dinners with people wearing masks, it's just craziness at this point, guys. And I just can no longer stand here and say I support it, because I don't.
I'm sorry, you don't get to say I didn't vote for this if you vote for Trump, because yes, you fucking did. It's been the blueprint for 10 years now. If I can give the guy anything, I'll say he's been consistent. He wanted minority youth to get persecuted and put to death when they're innocent in the 80s, and now he just is in charge of the government, so he gets to push that agenda. Take responsibility for it. As much as I loathe the people who are celebrating this shit, at least they're being honest. If you want to say that you feel bad and I didn't want any of this to happen, then I'm sorry that you feel sorry, but you need to do something about that. You don't just get a pass. Everyone said, this is what's going to happen. He said, this is what's going to happen, and now it's happening. So that's no one's fault but yours.
And also, as a conservative who voted for Donald Trump 3 times, I don't understand how we can, as conservatives, be pro-life, but then totally disregard the fact that there are babies and people dying in Gaza. So, and all over, in all wars. I don't think that we can be pro-life and be pro-war at the same time.
Now we see MAGA people who supposedly regret their vote saying, I didn't vote for this. You know what? I don't care. I don't give a shit. Nobody cares. We can talk about how you're being disingenuous, or you really should have known all the signs of the thuggish behavior of this president, but it really doesn't matter. If that's your belief, I didn't vote for this, don't just post something on Twitter or call up CNN and do a sob story about how your coworkers are getting deported. Do something. Do an act of bravery that mitigates the harm that you've caused. You're posting on social media, I didn't vote for this even though I like Trump. Nobody gives a shit. That's not an act of bravery. Do something. That's what somebody does in every movie when they've done a deal with the bad guy and then they realize they have to do something else to mitigate it. They do something. It happens in every Star Wars movie. Look at the people in LA. They're standing up tall against the ICE thugs. And you're calling up the New York Times going, do a profile of me because I didn't vote for this. Fuck out of here. Do something. You can't think of anything? When your MAGA buddies thought that Biden stole the election, they thought of some shit to do. Get the fuck out of here with this, I didn't vote for this shit. Nobody's gonna give you a cookie. Do something. Mitigate the harm that you've caused.
Alright, welcome back again. Thanks for always watching the Black Empire. I am a presenter at Haiti. Now, the MAGA voters are complaining and they're feeling very much betrayed after now realizing that the Make America Great Again wasn't for them, but it was for a few people who are very much invisible. People who cannot be seen, they're not seen in the public, they don't talk, they're just quiet somewhere and silent, but calling for the shots and doing everything, you know, asking and commanding and directing the government. But when the government was being formed, when Trump was trying to look and to campaign, he always campaigned for them. He always put them at the front line and made them to believe that what I'm trying to do, I'm doing it for the love and I'm doing it for your own good and for your wellness. Do you trust this? Do you believe that it's true Trump was really or really wanted to help the MAGA voters? He promised the MAGA voters a lot of things. He told the MAGA voters that, you know, this is the way to go. Let's follow each other. Let's make America great again. The America that was supposed to be made great again is now the America that is in shackles today, you know. And the question has always been, what happened to the MAGA? What happened to the making America great again? And a lot of people who woke up that early morning, they went to the ballot boxes, given the ballot papers, and put a sign on Trump's image. They're regretting ever doing that. And they feel like at some point, maybe we would never have done what we did. We would have listened to the instructions, we would have listened to the directions, and we would have done the right things. But the question is, what is MAGA for? And who benefits from making America great again? Let's talk about that when I come back. But before we get to that point, take a look at these videos. Watch them. As you're watching them, prepare your thoughts, have them shared in the comment section. I will do my best to make sure I read all of them and give a response where possible. This is Black Empire, and I am Atamba Haiti.
So are we all just going to sit back and act like we don't see what's going on? If you speak out against a certain country, or if you go against a certain country, you're out of there. If you go to college and somebody that's a teacher or anything like that at that college says something against that certain country, they're cutting funding. Matter of fact, in the beginning of the year, they were talking about deporting U.S. citizens for protesting in favor of Palestine at a college. Yet we voted this same person in because of we wanted free speech. I remember last year when the left was talking about, oh, Trump's going to come out with Project 2025. I was like, yeah, Project 2025, let's go. Instead, what we got was much worse than what the left thought. We got Trump and Netanyahu in office, and Trump's doing tricks on it.
I'm so sick and tired of people telling me to not let politics run my fucking life. Well, when politics actually are affecting me on a daily basis, then I'm going to have something to fucking say about it. As if COVID was enough for us healthcare workers, that burned us out. Now we're having to deal with the fucking budget cuts and shitty supplies and having no fucking staff. And then we're having to deal with patients who have mental illness and are withdrawing from drugs and alcohol. Today, I literally had a patient who was withdrawing from alcohol who actually threatened me, and I had to call security. That's how bad it is. Workplace violence is #1 in healthcare worker jobs. So I have to fear for that every single day of my life. We literally had a patient come to the ER last month with a pew-pew and unalived himself in front of staff and other patients. At what point is enough enough? Like I'm to the point where I'm so fucking done. I need this job because I need the money. But it's affecting me on a daily basis. I really don't know how much more I can actually take. And what pisses me off the most is I didn't fucking vote for this. I didn't fuck around, so why am I having to find out?
How has your life improved since Donald Trump has gotten to office? I'm asking MAGA. I'm asking the far right. I'm asking conservatives. I'm asking white Christian nationalists. How has your life improved? What policies, and please don't mention the border. Please don't mention the border. What policies has this man put in place that has improved your life personally? That is the question I have to ask. And then once you answer that question, I want you to answer this question. How has Donald Trump attacked the less than 1% of transgender people in this country? How has that personally affected your life? How has it made your life better? And then I want you to answer this question. How has Donald Trump attacking immigrants in this country improved your life? What has improved in your life, your personal life, inside of your house? Has it changed your bills? Has it increased your pay? Has your health care improved? Has your retirement plan improved? Are you getting things built in your city better? Is food cheaper? Is gas cheaper? These are the questions I really want y'all to answer. Because if nothing has gotten better, why did you vote for him? Take the time. Answer the question.
I didn't vote for this. So what did you vote for? Or at least what did you think you were voting for? Could you tell us all? Because he didn't even have a plan. They asked him what his plan was. He said he had concepts of it. And then you still voted for him. So what did you vote for if it wasn't for this? Y'all are so dumb, bro. Like, I just can't. And then they're like, publicly, I didn't vote for this. I didn't want this. Well, what did you want then? Huh? What did you want? And then they'll be like, he needs to be impeached. Impeach him, and then what? And then what? Y'all backing out already? It hasn't even been a year into his term yet, and y'all can't handle it? Y'all can't handle what you voted for? Because everyone who didn't vote for him knew what was coming. Except y'all, for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Y'all can't handle it? Tapping out already, yeah?
To my mutuals in Chicago, are y'all okay? Oh, really? Are you okay? Like, please reach out. I'm worried for y'all. I'm scared for you. And I'm sorry, I did not vote for this. If you know me, you know this is not the person I voted for. What the fuck is happening? We told them. We fucking told them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I understood the fucking assignment, but nobody else did, apparently. I don't know what to do at this juncture. Midterms are around the corner. But, you know, you know what they're doing. And I live in a blue area, so, you know, they're going to do the things that they need to do to make my vote not count. But I'm still going to do everything I can. Y'all, self-care. You don't have to be nice, but please, for fuck's sake, be kind.
Why is Trump doing this? This isn't what I voted for. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He was very clear. He was very explicit. I don't like the fuck around and find out mentality, but every time somebody hops online and be like, I can't believe he's doing this. Andrew Schultz getting on his podcast and be like, this is what I voted for. Fucking Alex Jones crying in his car. This was the plan. This is exactly what he promised. He basically ran around for months being like, this is my ruin everything plan. Yes, it's ruin everything. It's a beautiful plan. Casey Anthony in charge of childcare. We're ruining everything.
I did not want to reshare this video. The reason I'm saying that is because we're also focused on the president's detriment. We're not seeing the real thing that is coming or that is going to be happening that will be so shocking and devastating to our country. Because what is coming for America, we are ill prepared for it. We're not ready for it. I'm no longer blaming all of this on Trump. No longer will I do that. Because the only people that should be blamed are the people that put him in office. You know who you are. You're the ones that are going around now saying, oh, that's not what I voted for. That is what you voted for. You're going to tell me you didn't know you were voting for a convicted felon? He is a felon. He is a convicted felon. And somewhere you found it in your heart, okay, to vote for that? Oh, I see. But now that it's affecting you and your family, oh, now that all your friends and families are being deported, now you're beginning to see that you are no different from me. He sees you just like he sees me. And he does not care about you. So what you really should be doing is apologizing to all your family and friends that have been deported and that are being picked up day by day. You should be apologizing to them. Because that's what you voted for. You gave him permission to do it. Because you thought somehow this wasn't going to touch you. I can't even fathom or say what could have been going through your mind that would allow you to go into a voting booth and hit yes for a convicted felon. The things that he was convicted of, and you know it's true. As long as his policies are affecting the people that you hate, then you're fine with it. But now you see his policies are affecting you too. And now you're not so fine with it. Judgment is on the people for voting for evil. You did this. He didn't do it. You did this. You unleashed a beast. And you gave him permission to do every single thing that he is doing right now. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be apologizing to the American people for what is happening. You who voted for him.
The government is in shutdown. And as you might expect, the Republicans are blaming the Democrats. But guess what? Nobody believes that. Nobody is buying it. Every time one of these claims pops up on social media that the Democrats caused this latest government shutdown, people are pushing back. People are saying, bull, that isn't true. The Dems didn't do this. The Republicans did this. And it's not just the libs and the progressives who are doing this. The moderates are also telling the Republicans that they're full of you-know-what. Not only that, but the conservatives and some of the MAGAs are even saying, no, you can't pin this one on the libs and the Democrats. This is all yours. The Republicans caused the shutdown. And when I say MAGA, I'm not talking about your barnyard variety Trump supporter. I'm talking about the dumbest, toothless, most lowbrow, knuckle-dragging, sister-seducing, possum-eating, banjo-playing, blood-drinking maggot out there. They're telling the Republicans, no, you did this. And that gives me hope, because it makes me think that some people still have the ability to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. The Democrats didn't cause this government shutdown. The Republicans caused this government shutdown, and everybody knows it.
Okay, this is to the I didn't vote for that people and the leaving MAGA people, okay? Whenever you say, oh, I didn't think you would take it this far, or I didn't vote for that, you did. You did. One of the biggest problems with the American political system is we have two parties. So whatever candidate, you don't vote for, oh, I like this policy, I don't like that policy. You vote for the whole fucking thing. Every time you vote for the whole thing. Whatever he does, that's on you. You voted. Here's where I'm extending the olive branch. I'm not trying to sound sarcastic when I say this. I'm glad you learned something. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you were wrong. Nothing at all. Everybody's wrong all the time. People fuck up in creative ways every single day. I'm glad you learned something. I truly am. And I hope you continue. The world's a better place with more knowledge.
Alright, welcome back again to the Black Empire. Now, the white America, or the making America great again, was not for the MAGA people. It was not for the sake of them at all. Because let's now be realistic and let's talk about this. Now, look at everything that is happening in America today. Look at the farmers who are complaining because of their crops at their farms. You know, look at the economy. Look at how the white Americans are crying today because of the bad, like everything is not well, nothing is working out well, and all of that. You see, another question I've always been, for a very long time, these people have not suffered. They have not been crying for a very long time. We've known and we've associated cries with the black people. White people used to live better and they used to live comfortably and all that. But that is what people thought. Now, let me be real with all of us. White people never lived a life that is good. They never lived a better life. And people saying that white people did not suffer and they're not suffering, I believe, or maybe I would say, it's not true. Why? White people suffered, but they did not know they're suffering. It is bad when somebody is naked and you don't know you're naked. You know? You are naked, but you don't know you are naked. It is very bad. But if you're naked and you know that you're naked, it's good. Why? Because if you know if you are naked and you know that you're naked, you can try to find ways to which you can cover yourself. Okay? Or sort the problem. But if you're naked and you don't know that you're naked, you'll walk with people, you'll go around crowds, you'll just be there hanging around people and doing your own things happily without knowing that you're actually naked. You see? So people will be laughing at you, but you'll be looking at them and asking them, why are you laughing at me? You see? Because you don't know that you're naked. So it is bad to walk blindly. It is bad to be doing something or to be having something into your space, but you don't know this is what it is or this is what I'm going through. So white people were naked for a very long time, but the system in place did not allow them to see their nakedness. The system that was put in place couldn't allow them to know that they are naked. It couldn't allow them to realize their nakedness. So they've been walking naked along the way, meeting people, going to public spaces when they are naked, but they didn't know they're naked. So their nakedness has been uncovered today by the leadership and regime of Donald J. Trump. You see, they didn't know they're naked until the rise of Donald J. Trump. Okay? So right now, this is the moment that white Americans know that, oh, so we've been in a very big trouble and we didn't know it was a very huge and big predicament that we have been in. They didn't know. They are just knowing right now. Because there was a system that couldn't allow them to see the problems that are surrounding them. The system used to make them believe they are better when they were not better. The system made them believe that the struggles we are going through or the sufferings we are experiencing is for a purpose, even when the suffering was not for a purpose, because of this system. So white people could not complain, not because they were living well, but because the system couldn't allow them to complain. The system showed them, you are living a better life. You guys are doing better. You guys are doing well. Don't complain. You don't have to complain. This suffering you are seeing, it's for a purpose. It's for a good future and all that. And there, boom, there comes Make America Great Again. And they went and fell on making America great again, just as the system has always been put in place to make sure that white people don't realize their predicaments. And them falling on the MAGA, now the truth is coming out. The MAGA they expected, the Making America Great Again narrative that was supposed to be turned into action or turned into original things, it is not there. So the question has always been, where is the Making America Great Again, or this Making America Great Again narrative? Who does it help? And it turns out to be that America made great again is only for the white rich Americans. The rich white Americans, not the poor white Americans. So the poor white Americans, as they continue being poor, the rich white Americans, they continue being richer and richer and richer every single day because the government serves them. The government does not serve a poor person or a common mwananchi. The government serves the rich people who are not even seen. They just call for the shots. They tell the government what to do, but themselves, they are not seen. Themselves, they cannot be seen where they are. Their work is to decide what the government does today, what the government will do tomorrow, and the poor people who woke up, a lot of them, to go and vote, they are suffering, they're crying, and they're regretting ever making that decision. And right now, experiencing is teaching them, and they're learning in the hard way, you know. So they're crying all around. They look at the black people and feel like we are supposed to be living the life that black people are living, not black people living the life that we are supposed to be living. But no, because black people are living the life they've been living for a very long time. Black people only trained themselves because the black resilience and the level of their adaptability cannot allow them to suffer simple things like these ones. They've gone through a lot. They've gone through many difficult things compared to these ones. So what are these to maybe shake them? They can't be shaken. But white people have not been through these because we've had a privilege that was befalling on them. And this privilege was making them not to realize what they were supposed to be doing or to realize the problems that were around them, you see. So when a little problem comes by, it really shakes them. Yeah, it really sucks them. So that is why you see them around crying and all that. Have you come across a black person crying because of oppression and all that? No. Why? Because they're used to it. They're used to it. They know how to maneuver when it comes to difficult times. In terms of difficult situations, they know how to maneuver. They know how to deal with difficult situations. They know how to come about difficult things and difficult issues. They know how to do that, you see. So white people, white MAGAs especially, they're regretting so much ever voting for Trump. But I think Trump was just somebody or a person who was put there to show the black people that you have been living a lie for a very, very, very long time. Because today is the day that white people are beginning to see now the real life in America and what America has always been, and it has never been told before their ears, or it has never been put before their eyes. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this. I will do my best to make sure I read all the comments and give a response where possible. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share the video if the video interests you. Thanks for watching, and thanks for always coming, and welcome back again to the Black Empire.